Hi, I'm Cole Vandel. I'm chairman for the Ducks Unlimited chapter here at K-State, and we're preparing dinner here. Plan on making some sous vide duck and finish it off and sear it in skillet with a side of cilantro lime rice. But first, we gotta clean our birds here, and we're gonna pluck the breasts off and leave the skin on and the fat on for extra flavor, and cook it fat side down and make sure we get all those flavors in there, and it should be a good meal. If you guys have never plucked ducks this way, it's pretty simple. They rip out real easy. Try to get as many of the feathers as you can. Just trying to get down to the skin there. And you'll want to do it as much of the breast as you're gonna cut out here. Recommend having a bucket or a trash bag or something, or even do it outside because there's a lot of feathers. It gets pretty messy real fast. All right, we got our all our feathers plucked on the breast, and now it's time to cut the meat out here. Just want to go right along the breastbone there. Try and hug the bone as close as we can, get as much meat as we can off of it. We'll just clean up the feathers on the side there, but you can kind of tell these ones are really yellow. Got a lot of fat under them, so should taste pretty good. All right, this is what the finished product will look like. Got the skin on, the breast there. Once we get into the kitchen, we'll singe off all these little bitty feathers, little bitty hairs, and it'll be good to go and ready for the sous vide. So we'll see you in the kitchen. All right, we got our breasts all rinsed off, so we're just gonna pat them dry here before we put them in the bag to get ready for the sous vide. Just kind of get them as dry as you can. You don't have to get crazy with it. And then there's all these little hairs still left on it, so we're gonna take a lighter and try to burn off as many as we can. A lot of them will come off when we cook it on the pan, but I just like to get as many off as I can before they go in the bag. A lot of people don't know what a sous vide is, so this here's a sous vide. It's just this deal here. You set it to whatever temperature you want. So say we want to cook it at medium rare, we set it at that temperature, and it'll give you a time, and you drop your bag of meat in there. You can cook anything: steak, duck meat, goose meat, deer meat. We kind of do a little bit of everything here. You drop it in there, and it'll cook it right to that exact temperature, and can't overcook it. It's super simple. Then you just pull it out and sear it on both sides with some spices or some butter, and it's pretty simple, and it's really good and tender. Got them all rinsed off and patted dry, and try to get as many little hairs off as we could with the lighter. And next step, we got to lay them flat in the bag, and usually you want to have a vacuum sealer for this, but if you're a broke college kid like I am, you could just put them in a bag and try to suck as much air out of the straw, and try not to suck up a bunch of raw duck juices while you're at it. So we'll see how this goes. Try to do the best you can. It'll be perfect. Not quite as good as a vacuum sealer, but try to get the best you can get it. Alright, so now we can go ahead and drop them down in the pot. Kind of like to use magnets to hold them to the pot if I can get it undone. stick it there. And now it should be good to go. We got hour 20 left. It might not take quite that much, but it'll be at perfect temperature here in a bit, and we'll be ready to throw them on a pan and sear them up with some butter and then the duck fat and a few spices and get them on the plate. Alrighty, so our duck breast just got finished up cooking in sous vide. So next step is we're gonna pat them dry and season them up and sear them in the pan, and then we'll let them rest for a little bit and make our sauce. Then we'll be ready to eat. So. Alright, now we're ready to throw them on the pan, give them a good sear, and we'll let them rest. So, hot pan, skin side down, so I'll cook in that fat and get all those flavors out.
Putting foil on it. Hopefully it cooks just a little more. And every time I've seen the foil like a steak or something after sous videing and then doing that, it seems to bring back a lot more moisture for some reason. Makes it a lot better.
Gotta let them sit too. It helps them be more tender in the end. Making our red wine reduction sauce here. That's pretty simple. We just kept a little bit of the fat from cooking the duck breast in the pan, pouring some red wine in here and a little bit of butter, and we'll stir and scrape the bottom off, and it should be pretty good. Do the first taste. Pretty good.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yep. Alright, we just finished up cooking dinner here. Our duck turned out pretty good, and our red wine reduction sauce isn't too bad either with the side of rice, and a little bit of a late dinner here. It's almost 11 o'clock. We're not the fastest cooks in the world, but we're all pretty damn hungry now. So gonna eat up and then hit the hay and wake up pretty damn early. I think I'm waking up around 3 a.m. So gonna go hunt the river, and hopefully it's a good one. Appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tune in for the next one. Appreciate it.